I love our 1-star versus 5-star wedding cake bakery challenges because you've got 2 different bakeries of very different skill sets trying to make the same cake. This time, I found a cake, okay, vintage, but modern vintage. It's giving Bridgerton tea room vibes, which I am so here for, but it's only 1 tier. I love vintage wedding cakes, but I hate vintage wedding cakes. They had so many frills and piping. I am loving the vibe of modern age wedding cakes with all the frills, but like new age designs with them. And I feel like this is what it's giving, but in a single tier. So what I'm challenging bakeries to do is use this for inspiration for one of the tiers and then use their own creativity to bring the second tier to life in a complementing way. We did this once before and oh my God, the contrast. The difference between these 2 different designs blew my mind, and I love seeing the creativity while also trying to follow a design. I see a little logo in the corner that says Cream Shop. So I don't know if this is Cream Shop's cake or if it's AI. I found this one on Pinterest. I feel like all of Pinterest now is just AI cakes. Every time I'm trying to pin things, it doesn't matter what it is. I feel like I'm always constantly seeing things like this has to be AI. So I don't know if this is somebody's cake or AI. I'm hoping it's a real person. Let's see what these bakeries did. Starting with 1 star, let's go.
Hold on, I got icing on my hand. I accidentally touched the cake. A little smudge in it.
There's a smudge in the cake. You smudged the cake?
Just a tiny one. You won't even notice it probably.
Can I look?
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Cute. It's so short. It's so short. I feel like it's giving Cinderella's birthday. A little bit. But it does have a lot of piping. I kind of do like how they tie the top and bottom tiers together. So the top is supposed to be like the image we provided. The essence of the cake is kind of there. So I like that they went like full on piping details on the top tier, but that the bottom tier is complementing, because I feel like full on piping details and full on piping details might be a little bit overwhelming. So this feels a little bit more balanced. I will say where they went the most, I don't want to say wrong, but why it's giving birthday instead of wedding in my mind is that green. The green is that really bright leaf green that you usually find on grocery store cakes. It's just like a really bright green, whereas I feel like if they went with a nice dark green or even just like a sage green, like a light green, but just something that had a different color tone. Because if we look at our inspiration image, you can see that green is not this like bright kind of fluorescent looking green. That's the biggest thing that stands out in my mind. You can bring a lot more things down to like the details of the flowers or the skill level with the piping. Like some of these are just smears versus actually vines. But I think those details would really just fall into the background if the colors were right. The tone of the color is so important and can shape the whole design and how it's interpreted, because the inspiration cake does not give kids birthday, but I feel like this might. Like this wouldn't surprise me if we had like a crown on it and it gave kids birthday versus wedding. You know what I mean? But overall, I will say the piping is extremely similar. See how this is piped and spins around, and this is piped and spins around, and then has little balls, and then has the little details, and then has the little squiggly coming down. It has this puckered up here. Like a lot of the piping details are actually, like, you could tell they had the inspiration image up and we're trying to follow it to a T as they went and piped along the cake. Some of this piping is more complex and high skilled. That's why we ordered this design. There is definitely a level of skill with some of this detailed piping that I'm not seeing on the cake as much. When we look at the bottom, this almost looks like a bow with like a little pearl with like a delicate string. Instead, we have kind of like a little starburst with like, you know, kind of that coming out of it. So it just doesn't have that same level of like detail and skill level as you're seeing in the image, but together it's still working. The other thing I'm noticing is there's kind of like a blob of icing here.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that one was me.
That's Kevin's little whoopsies.
Yeah, that was whoopsie.
Did you also do the crack?
No, that one was not.
Okay, so this looks like an air bubble that's trapped underneath the surface, which I have gotten so many times. It happens. It looks like they might have tried to repair it, but it's still blown out. The other thing is I'm noticing like a lot of chunks in the icing, which I think is shortening. I think that their icing is maybe just not like fully mixed together, and you just have some shortening coming through, which that type of thing, I don't know if the same shortening is clogging their piping tip, because that could be the issue as well. You've got some thin lines going here, and then some like big bursts of a lot of lines coming out here. And I've had that before as well when working specifically with like shortening buttercreams or with like icing sugar that you haven't sifted. When it gets clogged in a very fine piping tip, you're just pushing, can't get it out. All of a sudden it goes, and it poops on your cake. That's what we used to call it at the bakery. It's just like, oops, I pooped on my cake. I see more like if you're not in the context of like how that could sound, but it is. It's like your icing bake just go and like poops on your cake. I'm pretty happy with the cake. Like when we look at what I ordered versus what I got, I wanted that cake, but I wanted on a 2-tier. I feel like that is what I got. And as far as like the height, I was expecting more height because it is more of a wedding cake, but at the same time, the inspiration picture is a shorter cake. So I can see why they would go with short and short. I think that they did a pretty good job, and I think that any customer would honestly be pretty happy. The biggest thing would be the green. If they changed that one element, I really think that that would have helped. I hate to say like, that green would transform the design, but I do see that being the first thing. Like when I step back and I look at the cake, the green is the first thing that catches my eye, and the green should be falling into the background with all the other piping. So this cake was $440, which I will say, as far as wedding cakes go, I think that that's kind of a mid-range wedding cake. Depending on where you are, wedding cakes could be like $300 and then go up to like $800 for your average wedding cake. So this kind of falls right there in the middle. It's a lot of hand piping details. There's no fondant. Fondant's usually more expensive, but hand piping details is also very time consuming. All need to be taken into consideration. But the next cake from the 5-Star Bakery is only $10 more. So I wanna see what they made. I am a pretty casual person, and even if you see me in a nice top, like this is a t-shirt, but like in a nice top, I'm usually rocking track pants on my lower half. I will always choose comfort first, which is why I am so excited that I just got my package from today's sponsor. If you've never heard of Halara, they combine innovative fabrics with mindful production practices to create beautiful, inclusive clothing. Halara believes in clothing that should be empowering and joyful, and also allow you to just like move freely, all things that I can get behind. I got so many great outfits from their site, a cute dress and some skirts and shorts and pants, but of course, I have a few favorites. I love their contrast lace back leggings. I am a big leggings girl, but these just feel so elevated to me. Their crossover tennis skirt is so sporty and cute, and yes, it even has pockets. And I love their mini corduroy skirt. It looks funky and styled, but is still super stretchy and comfy. Soft, stretchy, and breathable fabric without having to worry about it being see-through, but still durable, so you can wear it and wash it all you want, knowing that it will last. And they're really affordable without having to worry about sacrificing on quality or style. I love their color selection and that their clothing is perfect for everyday wear, work, travel, lounging, running errands, or even working out, and I can be comfy and cute. When shopping for a new clothing brand, inclusive sizing is like the first thing that I look for, and I was thrilled that they have a big size range from XS to 4X and even a Curve Plus section to make scrolling on their website easy for us curvy girls. My favorite item in their collection has to be these lace leggings. I mean, these cutouts, they're everything. Use the link down below or scan my QR code for 15% off full price items. And don't worry, I will list everything down below in case you want to be twinsies with me.
Why do I have the circle of life stuck in my head?
The circle of life?
Yeah, it's the circle of life. You know that one? Lion King? It's a classic. Have you ever seen it before?
I don't know.
You've never seen The Lion King?
I mean, I've seen The Lion King.
You don't know the song from it though?
I don't know why you have the circle of life stuck in your head.
I don't think she knows the song either.
Huh?
Why are you in here, dog? This is not for you. Back up, beast.
I didn't bother to do my nails.
Me neither.
Lucky I don't have pajamas on. And I actually have makeup on today. If the cakes did not arrive, I would still be in bed sleeping with my book.
Look out, dog. Why is the dog following me now?
I don't know, I can just hear his clippy cloppies.
This is not for you. Jeez, Louise, you're gonna make me drop it.
Oh my God, don't. Does it look like it's $10 more?
It's hard to say.
Ready, 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 ready?
Just about, not yet.
Now you're ready?
Nope.
Now you're ready?
Why do you do this every time? Okay. And,
ready?
And yes.
Oh my gosh! Ah! What? This is wild. I can't even.
Can we help you? We're busy. We're working.
I literally can't eat, I don't know what my expectations were with this, but they were just blown, which is like weird to say. It's like I didn't have expectations, but somehow they blew my expectations out of the water because literally what? This is so cool. I don't know where to start. I'm really like the bottom tier, the first tier is like immaculate, hello. The second tier, it has, I was expecting all blue. I was not expecting yellow. There's not a lot of yellow in the cake, so it's bold to just like go in that vibe. But it's so pretty and it works so well. But I would have never gone in this direction. But it's such a good direction. And then they've got like hand sculpting fondant details that like also, for the record, are hovering beyond the cake. And I love that. It's not just pushed onto the cake. They actually have the hand molded details that are hovering like beyond that inner edge of the cake. And like that's technically a 3-tier. For structuring purposes, that in there is a tier. Whether that's styrofoam covered in icing or not, that is technically a layer. So that way they could have elevated this and then put all these sculpted details on the outside. This I think is just like edible paper. So they would have just gotten an image and printed on edible paper using edible ink and then wrapped that around the cake. But the little bows, the sculpting details on the bottom tier are blowing my mind. And I think it works so well together and it's so pretty. Okay, let's go for the top tier. You can see what I mean about the green, at least I hope you can see what I mean about the green, that the green kind of just fades into the rest of the details. Nothing is standing out. The flowers clusters themselves are standing out, but all of the colors work. Not one color is brighter than the other, and they're not too bright compared to the blue. Everything is soft and muted, and it all fades, so nothing is catching your eye and like drawing your focus to one specific spot. Instead, you're taking the whole cake in, which I have such appreciation for. The piping is immaculate. I will say the flowers are a lot higher detail than the 1-star cake. I will say the piping techniques and the piping tips and just the level of detail and finesse and all of those things I see elevated compared to the 1-star cake. We've got $10 more, but it's not really a difference in price, but a difference in, I think, the quality of bakery, you know, and the kind of cakes that they're putting out. Because this to me is just blowing my mind. Not that there was anything wrong with the first cake. It was a very nice first cake. But this cake is giving elevated. It's definitely giving Bridgerton Tea Party. It definitely feels like it could be a bridal shower cake or a wedding cake. Either way, it's stunning. One thing I noticed after we put the other cake away, that the cake in the picture actually has a little bottom halo of a different color tucked underneath the icing, and they got that detail. And it's just little things that like that I think when you're paying attention to all of the little things, they just come together. I can't believe like they nailed the top design in every aspect of color and piping and detail, brought their own inspiration into the bottom cake, but in the best kind of way. It feels elevated, it feels elegant, and the height is giving. Like this is more what I expected height-wise. Like this feels vintage, but it feels modern. This definitely does not feel like a dated cake, though it has dated piping techniques modernized. Why are you looking at your belly? I'm sorry, I ousted you. I looked up, he's just like flashing me his belly.
I found a tick walking on the dog's head like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have them all over me now.
The creepy crawlies.
Yes.
If I felt a tickle on my belly, I would definitely be lifting up my shirt. I'm sorry, can we have a moment for these really straight lines in the edible image? There's some seams, right? But it's cut so perfectly. This cake has to not be even a touch tapered, because I have wrapped edible images around cakes. And not only do you have to worry when those edges start to come together that then the edible paper looks tapered because your cake is tapered. If this cake was flaring out any which way, when you wrap that edible image around, on those joints, you would see that flare. But these are pin straight lines. And every seam is perfectly straight. That is hard to do.
Is the bottom tier cake or styrofoam?
Ooh, good question. Cake.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy cake, so it has to.
It feels soft. I think it's all cake. I don't think we have any styrofoam. But knowing how hard it is to get cakes perfectly straight and how hard it is to wrap around edible images, that's actually like a very impressive skill detail. Like color me wowed. Seeing these cakes side by side is wild. Same order, same inspiration, only $10 more. The only difference is different bakeries with different star ratings, which I feel like really comes down to like making sure to look on websites at their cakes, at their portfolios, and read their reviews and everything to make sure you're picking the right bakery for yourself, because neither one of these cakes is bad. This is a beautiful cake, this is a beautiful cake, but this one is definitely like, the height of how much more cake I've gotten compared to this one, but the level of like elegance and detail and time that would have gone to this one than this one definitely makes this one so much more valuable, even though she only charged basically the same price. But the flavor is as important as the design. This cake is a vanilla cake with fresh strawberries, because there's nothing worse than getting a very elegant cake that's beautiful, but tastes like crap. Okay, fresh strawberries. This feels like the perfect tea room cake, you know? Sorry, I'm dumping all this off of my thing. Don't get it. Basic, but yummy. It's not too sweet. The middle filling here is kind of like a whipped cream versus like a very sweet buttercream on the outside, but the balance altogether works pretty well. I'm a bit surprised at the flavor considering it's a 1-star bakery. This one, keeping with the spring vibes, is a carrot cake with a cream cheese icing filling. So pretty, but at the top I don't want to cut it. Let's do like this. Oh, okay, we've got a structured tier in there. Oh, that looks yummy. Whoa, I am definitely here for the cake to cream cheese icing ratio. That's a good ratio. I'm big on cream cheese icing. The outside icing just tastes like an Italian meringue, but it balanced together with the carrot cake and the cream cheese makes this a delicious bite of cake. This one felt more standard. You're happy, it's just a good tasting piece of cake. This one feels memorable, where you're like, where did you order from? Do you have the recipe for that? Because you want more of this.
What sound does a snake make? Look at the dog and do it. Skittles? Skittles?
I don't think that we've ever had this wild of a contrast between cakes. Let me know your reviews on them down below and what you would have paid for each. And your reviews, I love reading your reviews on your thoughts on the cake designs and everything. I love you, and we will see you in the next one.